This is 7 National News, and in our top story, President His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan has announced the allocation of 20 billion dirhams for funding social and economic projects in various emirates, and has decided to increase the housing assistance the citizens receive from the Zayed housing programme from 500,000 to 800,000 dirhams. In his address to the nation on the 42nd National Day, the President congratulated the UAE leaders and people on the historic victory of Dubai to host the 2020 World Expo and paid a glowing tribute and thanks to the UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, for this magnificent national achievement. According to news agency U.A.E, Sheikh Khalifa added that the 2nd of December is a day on which we recall the impressive and insightful life of the late founding father, Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, and also recall his fellow founding fathers who devoted their energy and thought to establish a strong, viably structured federal state, a prosperous nation. The President also pledged to pursue the path of the fathers to further consolidate the Union's institutions and protect its gains. And in line with the directives of President His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the follow-up committee of initiatives of UAE President has issued the final approval for granting houses in different emirates to 1,480 eligible applicants who satisfied all statutory requirements to get houses. The eligible applicants represent first and second batches of the citizens to be granted houses under orders by His Highness General Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi and Deputy Supreme Commander of the UAE Armed Forces. The approval coincides with the country's celebrations of its 42nd National Day anniversary. During a meeting held under the chairmanship of Ahmed Juma Al-Zabi, Deputy Minister for Presidential Affairs, the committee has also released a preliminary list of 1,553 citizens representing the third batch of eligible applicants for houses and asked them to report to the Ministry of Public Works to complete their transactions for final approval. Also approved was a list of 80 citizens entitled to houses in Al-Bidiyah area of Fujairah and 37 citizens entitled to houses in Dib al-Husn of Sharjah. Transport authorities have announced that parking will be free in Abu Dhabi, Dubai and Sharjah on Sunday and Monday. The Roads and Transport Authority has announced that parking will be free at all paid parking zones except for Dera Fish Market and Dubai Media City. The free parking has been announced across the country for 2 days to mark the UAE's 42nd National Day. The RTA's Director of Parking has urged the motorists to use parking space and all public properties with responsibility, adding that people using the parking spaces and public properties should do so with care, without obstructing others in any way. The authority has warned that motorists parking their vehicles inappropriately or at undesignated locations will be fined. Green Hope U.A.E, a youth organisation working for sustainable development, has planted 42 trees to show solidarity with the UAE's 42nd National Day. The organisation, whose objective is to spread awareness amongst children and youth about the environment, planted the trees at a natural farm in Al Ain to mark the occasion. According to the group's 13-year-old founder, Kehkashan Basu, who is the United Nations Environment Programme's Global Coordinator for Children and Youth, Green Hope U.A.E wanted to celebrate the country's 42nd National Day in a green manner. Asian hoobara have been released into the wild today by the International Fund for Hoobara Conservation in recognition of the UAE's National Day. The number of birds released represents one for each year since the country was united in 1971. To mark the occasion, the birds were given special ring tags in the colours of the UAE. 30 children from 2 local schools were on hand to witness the release of iconic hoobara near Swayhan in Abu Dhabi. The 15 boys and 15 girls who attended the event were grade 5 students from Al Asma School for boys and Al Aliya School for girls. As well as witnessing the release of the hoobara into the wild, the children also learnt about the cultural and scientific importance of the bird, took part in the hoobara quiz and were treated to traditional food. Mohammed Saleh Al-Baidani, Director General of IFHC, said the release of 42 iconic hoobara into the wild today truly symbolises the spirit of the Union. The released birds were bred at the National Avian Research Centre, one of 4 centres managed by IFHC around the world. As part of a major international conservation project, the birds released today are part of the Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Hoobara Reintroduction Project to restore a sustainable wild population of a bird synonymous with local culture and traditions of the UAE.
It was very important for the International Fund for Habara Conservation to have children participating in this very special event. The children are the future, and we are hoping by putting in their minds and introducing to them a very important part of the culture of this country and part of the identity related to the falconry, which been practiced in this region for thousands of years. The children, they must know all these things, and from this age they need to already to keep it in their mind, and to encourage them to go to this field of studies, and hoping in the future we will have some of them are ornithologists, biologists, conservationists, researchers, which even if not in one of these positions, from their positions they will know the importance of this bird, and they will do everything hand to hand with another organizations to preserve the culture and the heritage of falconry.
And finally, looking to other news, a giant rubber duck floats into the waters of Dubai to highlight the importance of water conservation. The floating 6-story gigantic duck was launched today at the Dubai Creek and will dock at various locations in the UAE for 2 months as part of a campaign by U.A.E. to create awareness on the importance of water conservation. The gigantic duck is globally accepted as a symbol of joy and happiness. The duck has been launched to celebrate the UAE National Day and the Expo 2020 win. According to Abdullah Al-Shehi, CEO of U.A.E., the per capita consumption of water in the UAE is twice that of global average. He added that the campaign has been launched to help UAE residents become more efficient in the use of water resources.
We have several purposes, one of which is to raise the awareness among the public into saving water and water conservation mission, as well as to spread positivity around the public and joy during the UAE celebration of the 42nd UAE National Day, as well as the Dubai win of the 2020 Expo exhibition. Hopefully it will be a surprise throughout. The public will see it in very distinguished places around the UAE, where they can take photos and memorial photos, inshallah, and enjoy seeing the duck itself docked in several places.